When I'm logged in and I click on a time period, the way this is intended to work is that as a user I would just update this daily at the end of my shift and click add. You don't have to do it that way, however. I can add a shift by clicking on the date, and then I can select a day. So I'm going to say I worked this day, and we're going to go with the assumption that I worked 9:30 to 11:30. And so I am going to click in the start date, change this to 9. I can either hit the colon or the right arrow key to move over, put in 30 for the minutes, and this is an AM, so I can leave that the same. If it were a PM shift, I could hit the P on the keyboard. In this case, I'm going to hit the A on the keyboard to flip it back. Now my end time, I'm going to click over here, and we said that it was a shift at 11:30. So I'm going to put in 11 colon or arrow over and then put the 30 for the minutes. And in this case this is AM, so I'm going to hit the A key on the keyboard. And right now this is a work shift, so I'm going to keep this at work. I'm not going to choose sick at this time. So now I add the shift. That shift is now populated on here, and I have recorded my time. We can also record sick time, assuming that you have a balance. So if you look down here, I do have a balance of 8.75 hours, so I can use that time when I'm sick. So we're going to go through an example of that now. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go to the current date. We'll leave the time schedule the same. So let's just say we're missing today's shift. I will keep that the same, but this time I am going to choose sick leave. So now I'm going to use up 2 hours of paid sick leave, so I won't miss out on those funds on my paycheck. I click add, and now my ending balance, you can see, is reduced by 2 hours because that time is used. So yes, I do have a beginning balance of this, but I'm using 2, so this is now coming off the timesheet. Okay. You can also, if you have a doctor's appointment, you can schedule that in advance as well. So I'm going to assume that I have a doctor's appointment in, we'll just say, a week from now. So I can put in that time so I know I'm going to miss this shift. I'm going to leave that the same time, and I can use sick leave, and I can add this. Now one thing you do have to keep in mind, you can only go out 30 days beyond the current paycheck. So if you know that you're going to be gone 2 months in advance or something like that, then you're going to work that out with your supervisor ahead of time. You're not going to be able to put it in on the timesheet. So in this case, I'm choosing a week out. When I click add, now I've reduced my balance. It's going to go down on my next week's pay period, right? Because I chose something in advance, and you can see it gives me this notice here that I've done that as well. So at this point, I am able to save this or certify the time, and I am good to go with my timesheet.
If you need additional information, you can go to evergreen.edu/humanresources/timesheets.htm. Thanks for watching.